Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we are taking a deep dive into one of the most exciting desktop lasers on the market. The TOOCAA NOVA is one of the most thoughtfully designed desktop diode laser engravers I've tested to date, and its recognition at both the 2026 Red Dot Award and IF Design Award is very well deserved. Once you look closer at its engineering, it becomes clear why this machine stands out in such a crowded market. What immediately sets the TOOCAA NOVA apart are two game-changing innovations. First is the world's first laser engraver to feature a 90-degree rotating X-axis. This completely eliminates the frustration of cylinder projects, removing the need to buy or install separate base risers just to set up a rotary module. Second, it incorporates an advanced dual-channel smoke extraction system. The exhaust setup pulls smoke away from the material's surface instantly, delivering noticeably cleaner cuts and burn-free edges compared to traditional desktop lasers. Combined with an intuitive software workflow, a sleek appliance-like aesthetic, and a rapidly growing ecosystem, the TOOCAA NOVA shows just how much thought went into the overall user experience. In this in-depth review, we'll explore every aspect of the TOOCAA NOVA, from build quality and cutting performance to real-world usability. Honestly, by the end of this video, you might just fall in love with this smart laser machine. Taking a closer look, the TOOCAA NOVA delivers a true plug-and-play experience right out of the box. Inside, the engineering is exceptionally refined, featuring an integrated color touchscreen right on the front panel. This touchscreen provides a massive practical advantage. You can connect the machine directly to your local Wi-Fi without tethering a messy USB cable to your computer. Even the floor is smartly engineered. The base plate is completely removable, making post-cutting cleanup effortless and providing extra vertical clearance for larger projects. And here's a small detail I really appreciate. A built-in limit switch detects whether the base plate is properly installed before firing, ensuring consistent cutting alignment and user safety every single time. Beyond hardware, TOOCAA has built out a surprisingly complete ecosystem, encompassing hardware, dedicated software, official materials, and a vibrant user community. At the heart of this workflow is TOOCAA Space, the brand's official online community where makers share inspiration, exchange tips, and show off their daily builds. What makes TOOCAA Space really valuable is that all design files on the platform are completely free to download. Once you find a project you like, you can send the vector file directly into TOOCAA Studio with a single click and start engraving immediately. By bridging social inspiration with practical software execution, TOOCAA has created a seamless, friction-free workspace that turns ideas into finished products faster than ever. Understanding the full ecosystem makes it easy to see why TOOCAA promises a 10-minute setup, from initial idea to finished build. In my real-world testing, the TOOCAA NOVA truly lives up to its beginner-friendly reputation. It incorporates a smart, automated workflow that takes all the intimidating guesswork out of the setup process. The machine integrates a built-in HD camera, an ultra-precise autofocus system, and a dynamic air assist module, alongside preloaded speed and power presets for various materials. This completely eliminates the tedious trial and error usually required to dial in your settings. With a standard A4 working area measuring 210 by 297 millimeters, it easily accommodates small batch production jobs. During my testing, I batch engraved 4 slate coasters simultaneously. Thanks to the HD camera preview inside, visual positioning was effortless. I simply dragged and dropped my artwork directly onto the target blanks. A key component that often goes unnoticed is the automated smart air assist pump. It dynamically adjusts airflow based on the job type, reducing air volume during delicate photo engraving to protect surface detail, and boosting air output during cutting to clear smoke and debris. The results? Razor-sharp alignment, rich details, and perfectly clean surfaces free of burn marks, completed in one smooth, continuous run. Next, let's explore what is easily the most innovative hardware feature on the TOOCAA NOVA, the 90-degree rotating X-axis. This rotating design completely eliminates the need to purchase or stack separate base risers just to set up a rotary attachment. Switching into rotary mode is surprisingly straightforward. You simply loosen the 2 red thumb screws on either side, flip the axis down by 90 degrees and tighten them back into place. It's a genuinely clever engineering fix that makes the transition painless. Setting up the rotary tool itself is just as seamless. I particularly love the quick-release jaw chucks. Instead of individually threading every jaw like traditional mechanical screws, these plug-and-play clamps pop into place effortlessly. With the base plate removed, the Nova provides enough vertical clearance to engrave cylindrical objects up to 100 millimeters in diameter. To put this clearance to the test, I set up a natural bamboo pen holder measuring 92 millimeters in diameter, and the machine handled it with ease. While camera positioning is unavailable, once the x-axis is tilted, the autofocus system remains fully functional. That said, I'd love to see TOOCAA introduce automatic cylinder diameter measurement in a future software update to make this step even smoother. Even without camera alignment in rotary mode, I still consider the TOOCAA NOVA to be the easiest desktop laser for cylinder engraving, stripping away all the tedious prep work that keeps people from trying rotary projects. You might think the TOOCAA NOVA only innovates with its rotary engraving, but that couldn't be further from the truth. It also introduces a game-changing dual-channel efficient smoke extraction system, guaranteed to deliver noticeably cleaner cuts than traditional desktop lasers. So, how does it actually work? Simply put, it combines a blade cutting panel, an exhaust fan, a smart air pump, and internal convective airflow channels. While many brands still rely on traditional honeycomb beds to cut costs, leaving users with a complete disaster of scorch marks and heavy smoke stains, TOOCAA took a completely different path. This dual-channel airflow design instantly pulls smoke away from both the top and bottom of your material, preventing soot from settling and giving you perfectly clean, burn-free edges every single time. To verify just how effective this smoke extraction really is, I ran a direct side-by-side cutting benchmark on standard plywood, and the visual difference speaks for itself. The finished pieces coming out of the TOOCAA NOVA required absolutely zero post-processing or sanding. In contrast, pieces cut on a standard desktop laser using a traditional honeycomb bed showed severe yellowing and dark smoke stains across both surfaces. Looking closely at the front, the plywood cut by the TOOCAA NOVA is virtually flawless. Zero soot, zero dirt, flip both pieces over, and the difference is even more dramatic. While traditional machines leave heavy brown scorch marks on the back, the NOVA leaves only a tiny trace of minor yellowing. This clean cutting capability is a huge win. It not only boosts confidence for complete beginners on their very first build, but also dramatically increases efficiency for small business owners, eliminating hours of tedious sanding. Please do not underestimate the value of dual-channel smoke extraction, because its clean cutting effect shows its full worth in small business production efficiency. For example, if you run an Etsy shop making products like wooden ornaments, you can buy pre-colored plywood directly from TOOCAA's official store, cut them with the TOOCAA NOVA, and get finished products with absolutely zero post-processing. In my test run, I batch cut 12 leaf-shaped ornaments in a single job. What you see is the finished product straight out of the machine, clean, crisp, and ready to package and ship immediately. When running a small laser cutting business, time is money, and labor spent on post-processing directly eats into your profit margins. Traditional lasers with standard honeycomb beds trap smoke underneath, causing backside burns and sticky resin buildup that require tedious sanding, alcohol wiping, or masking tape prep. By pulling smoke away instantly across both the top and bottom surfaces, the TOOCAA NOVA prevents soot from baking into your materials, dramatically shortening your order-to-ship cycle and scaling up your daily batch production effortlessly. Actually, TOOCAA NOVA is not only suitable for beginners. If you want to choose a reliable desktop laser engraver to start your side hustle, you should definitely consider it. In this section, I'll use 3 official TOOCAA materials to simulate the real-world efficiency and results of running a small business. It's worth mentioning that TOOCAA NOVA can automatically recognize material types and set parameters, provided you use official TOOCAA materials. These materials come with an identification card featuring a QR code. When placed under the camera, TOOCAA Studio scans the code and automatically configures the perfect engraving or cutting settings for you. For my first small batch production test, I used official oak coasters, batch engraving 6 customized coasters at once. The camera positioning made alignment effortless. While the machine's maximum speed is 36,000 millimeters per minute, the optimal parameters automatically set by TOOCAA Studio for these coasters were 24,000 millimeters per minute, 80% power, and a 0.1 millimeter interval. Completing all 6 personalized coasters took about 20 minutes. As you can see, the engraving quality is excellent, featuring sharp lines, rich details, and a very clean surface. Next, to test metal, the 20-watt diode laser effectively engraved non-reflective anodized aluminum for 2 PET ID tags. The automatically set metal parameters were 24,000 millimeters per minute, 100% power, and a 0.1 millimeter interval. The engraving time was only 1 minute. Given how popular laser engraved accessories are in the pet industry, the TOOCAA NOVA is fully capable of driving a profitable pet business. Finally, I batch engraved customized rainbow Apple Watch bands. The machine is fully compatible with silicone bands running at the auto preset parameters of 24,000 millimeters per minute, 100% power, and a 0.1 millimeter interval. TOOCAA NOVA smoothly transforms plain black bands into colorful, personalized accessories. These 3 projects clearly show that the TOOCAA NOVA is more than a tool for beginners. With an efficient 600 mm per second speed and a smart workflow, its compact A4 working area of 210 by 297 mm is just right for home studios, crafters, and side hustlers who don't want a bulky machine taking up limited workspace. For diode laser engravers, engraving high-quality photos on materials like plywood is always a major challenge. However, the built-in AI creation feature in TOOCAA Studio makes high-quality photo engraving easily accessible on the TOOCAA NOVA. This AI creation tool provides both text-to-image and image-to-image capabilities, flexibly transforming photos that were originally unsuitable into images perfectly optimized for laser engraving. Taking the image-to-image feature as an example, it offers 8 unique style conversions. I took a portrait photo that was originally hard to engrave on plywood and asked the AI to convert it into mascot emblem and comic styles. The generated comic style image stayed remarkably close to the original photo, but was now ready for flawless plywood engraving. All 3 test photo engravings on plywood were made using these AI-generated laser-ready images. The engraving quality speaks for itself, especially the 3rd photo, which captures both detail richness and character features almost identical to the original. This gives us an important insight. When photo engraving hits a bottleneck, use AI creation to convert your image into a laser-friendly format. Combined with the TOOCAA NOVA's smart workflow, this ecosystem delivers a truly relaxed, anxiety-free creative experience where you can complete projects in one smooth run. I also conducted strict cutting tests to evaluate the performance of the TOOCAA NOVA 20-watt diode laser. In actual testing, the 20-watt laser cut through 10mm thick solid pine wood in a single pass, running at 60 mm per minute at 100% power. Cutting 20mm solid pine was a bit more challenging, requiring 2 passes at 60 mm per minute and 100% power to barely cut through. Therefore, the TOOCAA NOVA 20-watt easily satisfies cutting needs for softwood under 10 to 15 millimeters, which means it can effortlessly handle daily 3mm plywood cutting with high efficiency. Finally, I want to highlight the safety features of the TOOCAA NOVA. It is certified Class 1 laser safety, making it completely suitable for daily home use. The machine comes equipped with 5 major safety protections: tilt detection, open lid detection, flame detection, a screen child safety lock, and a fully enclosed structure to isolate smoke and laser light. Taking open lid and tilt detection as examples, if the cover is opened or the machine body is accidentally tilted during operation, the Nova will immediately pause the laser and sound an alarm. At the same time, a warning error pops up in TOOCAA Studio, while the built-in screen displays the exact reason for the error. Fortunately, you can simply tap the screen to clear the alarm and resume your processing task without ruining your original job. Overall, the TOOCAA NOVA 20 watt is one of the most thoughtfully designed and user-friendly desktop lasers I have tested. Combining Class 1 safety with smart innovations, it removes the setup friction of traditional lasers. Key innovations like the 90-degree rotating X-axis and dual-channel smoke extraction solve real-world pain points, eliminating tedious rotary setups and dirty scorch marks. It's a versatile machine that grows with you. For beginners, autofocus and material presets make starting painless. For home crafters, its compact footprint fits easily into tight studio spaces. And for Etsy sellers, the 600mm per second speed and scorch-free cuts drastically reduce post-processing time. What do you think of the TOOCAA NOVA? Let me know in the comments below. If you found this review helpful, please hit that like button and subscribe for more laser projects. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.